Dear Hamza, even though this does not personally affect me yet, I've seen many cases where it is, and guarantee will live through at some point with my future wife, where for my case, I am being told that you've worded this like an asshole here, bro. Basically, you've seen loads of times when a man has been called too controlling towards his woman. In my opinion, I do not agree with them at all, as I see the benefits. I do not have any strong counter reasoning behind it, though. Therefore, I want your opinion on it. To give you some examples, dress modestly, home responsibilities, limited career ambitions, financial dependence, limited social media, limited friends. These are some musts for me. Even though she may have the body, I prefer her not to show everything like some random girl off the streets. Same with staying at home, caring for our children while I bring home the money. I'm making enough anyway for her to not pursue any job she doesn't like, so why should I send her there? If she wants to open her little business related to art, coaching, or something she enjoys doing, of course, I'll help her build it, market, and manage it. But not her working for some other dude 9 hours and us needing to sell our children to daycare, even though I would earn enough money for all of the bills. I think you're absolutely right, Samuel. 100%. I prefer her not to have any social media at all, or at least not to post her entire body there. This may change over time, but coming from where I'm at right now, I don't see the point of her making public content on Instagram or whatever. Again, if she likes to do it for some other reason than just attention, then go ahead, but not just snap score of 1 million and thousands of men in her DMs. Oh yeah, Snapchat score, that was a thing, wasn't it? I deleted Snapchat when I started monk mode in like 2020. I'm so surprised that men use Snapchat. I wouldn't call them men, I'd call them boys, to be honest. Snapchat is like a boys and a girls and a women's app, in my opinion. And there's no man who actually has Snapchat. It's such a fucking cringe app. Like taking a fucking, where's my phone? Like taking a fucking picture and like a selfie to send to people. Fucking pussy, bro. Streaks. What do kids do? Like, when they fucking hide their face when they take a selfie as well? Fucking pussies, man. Imagine being 18 years old as a guy and actually still having Snapchat. Just know I think you're a pussy, man. Oh, but I messaged my friend. Yeah, they're not your friends, bro. They're not your friends. Don't fucking lie to yourself. What I've heard many saying is you're controlling, blah, blah, blah. It's simply about friends, especially male friends. It's not that I don't trust her, it's that I don't trust them. I know from which standpoint we are coming, and we are not just friends for the sake of being friends, but want to date her. Correct. Therefore, any male friends with whom I feel connection/tension between him on her, while she doesn't realize it yet, should be broken up. The same with female friends who are no good for her, only advertising bad things such as drinking, parties, street girl behavior. What would be the best way to explain that this is not controlling, but rather protecting our relationship and going against modern standards, which we know, of course, are shit? And just to clarify, all the points aren't meant to be taken 100%. It greatly depends on the situation, location we are, etc. Thanks, and keep up the good work, brother. By the way, hit a squat PR today. Before I help you, there's something I want to ask from the viewers right now. If you're watching this and you're struggling with self-improvement and you're getting lonelier and lonelier the deeper you go in your self-improvement journey to becoming like Adonis. Basically, we need more men on self-improvement. So do this right now. Get your phone or your computer that you're watching on, scroll down a little bit and click on the subscribe button. The more this channel grows, the more young men your age will see videos like this, and you'll start to find more guys who are implementing these things in real life. You'll be more likely to go and find that guy in the gym who watches my videos, who takes action on this stuff, and finally you've got a friend who's like you. So go and subscribe right now to help the channel grow. You can comment and comment below this video, and you'll boost it for the algorithm as well if you want to do that. Now, your problem is that you want to choose the woman that is not all of those things and then change her to those things. Not going to work, and it's kind of stupid. Choose the woman that was all of those things before you met her. That's exactly what I was going to say. Basically, you're only controlling if you're trying to pull a woman to a certain place. So imagine if you meet a woman who's here, and quite frankly, she's a Jessica. Quite frankly, she's like a low-quality woman, but you've fallen in love with her because you're quite a low-quality man. This is most men's reality of dating and relationships. Literally, most men, even on self-improvement, have such low standards that the first woman who gives them some attention, they'll happily get with, and they'll cope because one time he made her meditate with him, and they're like, oh, well, she's on self-improvement, guys. No, she's a fucking loser. She can't even do a push-up or a pull-up. She doesn't go to the gym. She doesn't do cardio. She doesn't even try to improve any aspect of her life. Her hobbies include texting and eating snacks. She's a fucking loser. Most people are. Issue is when you're a man on self-improvement, every 3 months, when you follow my advice, your life changes drastically. And so you stop being able to relate to people that you knew just then. So tip number 1, don't date losers. Simple as that. If you date a woman who is here to begin with and you want her to be here, you're going to have a problem. You're going to be controlling, and that's a bad thing. You shouldn't be controlling to your woman. You should meet the kind of woman who wants you to do these things, and then it's not controlling. Like, there's women out there who genuinely either want this or genuinely have this already. And then there's women who have the opposite of this, who would call you controlling, manipulative if you try to do this. I've dated both kinds of women. Let me tell you, the woman who's a normal girl right now, and basically normal people are fucking like annoying, low quality, basically brain dead people eating seed oils, and they've got like disgusting behaviors and everything. They just like wake up and then just grab their phone. But people do that. They wake up, they grab their phone, and they just scroll on Instagram like they needed dopamine first thing in the morning, rather than doing something fucking purposeful and productive with their lives. So I've dated a girl, like multiple girls like that, and when I've tried to pull them towards self-improvement, they've liked it originally, especially when they see me as like the Adonis, like the big alpha male. They see me as like, the high value man, the sexy guy that they've always wanted. But the moment we have some kind of problems in the relationship and they start to, seek support from family and from friends, that's when it comes crashing down, because all of their family are going to look to you like you're some manipulator. And the truth is, you are. She is this type of person when you met, and you're manipulating her, you're controlling her, you're changing her to be so vastly different. That's not a good thing, because she doesn't like it either. She's complaining to her family and friends. That's why you seem like a bad man, and you don't want to be in this position. You will have, like, I've had times when a girl's entire family have been on a FaceTime call with me, acting like fucking monkeys, literally screaming at me and shit. You've done this. Her entire family, 3 fucking generations, not just her parents. Her grandmother was there. Her grandfather was there on the phone as well, trying to be all masculine and shit. Like, fuck you, little old white man. Shut up. Like, all of them acting like fucking like little loud ass children, screaming at me that I've done this. When really the difference was I helped their daughter get away from drugs and start studying more for university and start being like a good person in life. And they were like angry at me because I'm manipulating her and I'm trying to like pull her away or some bullshit. And it was on that moment where I realized, like, this is lost. Don't try and save a hoe. I'm going to say that word because it's the 100% word we need to use here. Don't save bad, degenerate women. Don't save them, and don't save their families. 1, they're not even worthy for your attention, quite frankly. And 2, they don't even want your help. When a girl is under like your attraction and she thinks that you're this beautiful guy, she will listen to you, and it's very easy to help her to get onto self-improvement and to start meditating and doing all those things. But the moment she feels too much of a pull, that you've mentioned the same problem to her, like she shouldn't be with these these loser friends or these degenerate friends or these male friends who are trying to fuck her, that's when shit will hit the fan. Basically, you are the problem. It's not that you're controlling, it's that you are a man with low standards because you're dating a degenerate woman when you could have just stayed on self-improvement, waited 6 months, and you would have unlocked a new tier of woman. That's exactly how it works, and you know this. Every guy who follows my advice knows exactly what's going to happen. Every 6 months, you unlock a new tier of quality in a woman. And so if you pair off with a woman right now, basically what you're saying is like, I'm not going to push as hard on my self-improvement as I thought I was. Because if you just waited a few months, you'll then find a girl who, for example, doesn't use social media as much. And you might be in disbelief. You might be saying like, oh, Hamza, there's not many girls out there who don't have social media. There's more than you think. I've got a fucking girl right now who has no social media, no male friends, no degenerate female friends, really close relationship to her family, and she loves her family. And she's like a beautiful woman who would be the absolute perfect mother for my children. She would never make my son turn into a daughter. She would never want to send my children to public school or some bullshit. She would never feed my children processed garbage food. She would never eat that shit while she's pregnant. She doesn't drink, she doesn't smoke, she doesn't party. She likes to read, spend time with me, call her family, and just play with me. I've got that kind of woman, and I've seen other women like this as well. I've seen women who either don't have social media or they have it and it's really fucking wholesome and it's not like attention whoring at all. And it's like just them posting like pictures that they know like their family are going to enjoy because it's better than, you know, sending a picture to 300 people or something, their family and their close friends or whatever. Like, and I think that's absolutely fine. There's actually more women like this. And you know what's interesting though? Either you've got to find the woman who's already like this, which is difficult. Imagine trying to find the woman who doesn't have social media, who doesn't have dating apps, who barely uses the internet, who's a good woman. It's very hard to find a woman like that because of the nature of like, how do you even fucking find her? How do you send her a message? You know what I mean? Or you can find the woman who wants to become that. So when I met my girlfriend, she had Instagram, she had social media, she had like you know, she was similar to me at the time, where both of us were much more degenerates back then. And when I looked to her and when I texted her and said that I'm surprised you have an Instagram and that you post like, no, she wasn't posting whore pictures, but they weren't far from that. But I was as well. My pictures were whore pictures at the time. So we met when we were equally matched in degeneracy. And I deleted my Instagram because I think I got banned, but I deleted my Instagram first. And because I started getting like pissed off about Instagram. And I sent her a message saying, I'm surprised that you have it. And I'm surprised that you post pictures like that because you are like, I see you as this quality woman, but here you are posting like not degenerate, but fairly degenerate based on like high level standards. You know, pictures where like she's on the beach and shit, right? Pictures where she's going out tanning and she's wearing like swimsuits and stuff. She's not pushing her ass out, but she still looks like a hoe, not someone you'd want to marry. I sent her this one message saying, I'm surprised that you do that because I actually thought that you'd be more like based than this. She sends me like a massive paragraph back saying that I'm so right, and she's deleted her accounts. See, a good woman, a woman who's good for you, will actually take what you say seriously without you needing to push her. You'll tell her once, I'm surprised that you've got Instagram, because if I'm honest, I feel like social media is below a person like you. And she'll like literally sit there in silence and grab her phone and delete it and never use it ever again. The only time my girl's used Instagram since then is like when she logs onto like a fake account just to see if I've posted anything. Like that's it. You know, every now and then she'll get like insecure or some shit and she'll want to like see if I posted about like her or whatever. And yeah, but if you find a girl who actually wants this, and she'll be glad that you are setting these rules and expectations. You find a girl who doesn't want this, who's fine with being a degenerate, then you're the problem because you're trying to polish a turd. You're trying to get like a degenerate woman onto self-improvement. You're trying to save a girl who does not want to be saved. Trust me with that quote, like, don't save her, she don't want to be saved. That quote is so true. Even if she acts like receptive to when you're sat in the car together and you're saying, hee, I'm gonna grab the meditation app and I'm gonna put on my detox to meditate, baby. Like, yeah, loads of girls will literally sit next to you and close their eyes and meditate with you. That doesn't mean that they want to meditate. I did that with a few girls, and I came home coping, saying to my friends, yeah, she's on self-improvement, guys, she meditates. Like, no, she doesn't. You practically forced her to meditate next to you. Don't fucking cope, and don't try and save some girl who doesn't want to be saved. Find the girl who either wants your direction or already is living like that because her father has actually done something right in his life. Most women's fathers are pathetic, and I don't blame them because the entire system is against fathers. But basically, when you see a woman who's out here doing this type of shit, it's because her father's been weak. And that also means that if her father's weak, she has gotten used to not listening to him and having his life direction, because if a father is weak, it basically means her mother has not been listening to him either. And so she has been raised to be the kind of woman who doesn't listen to like the man of the house. She doesn't even see you as the man of the house. And so you don't want a woman like that. If you ever feel like you're too controlling in a relationship, you're simply with the wrong woman. Break things off. Go find the woman who wants your direction. Find the woman who craves it. Find the woman who literally would want you to write down her daily checklist. Like, I do this for my girl and she fucking loves it. Like, she literally like finds it like an act of love, where every night I write down, like, here's mine. Every night I write down like my tasks for the day, right? And every night I grab a piece of paper and I write down her things as well, so that she has like a structured day that I've planned for her. And she'll literally thank me for it, and she finds it like an act of love. If I wrote this for many women out there, they'd think that I was being controlling, manipulative, whatever. They'd start gaslighting you. You find a good woman who's compatible with a man like you. She loves it. And I really think you're smart, Samuel, because I've got the exact same mindset. It's like, you don't want her to be off working full time because you're not a pussy. And in my opinion, only boys who are pussies are absolutely fine with their women working shit jobs that they don't like, especially working underneath a boss as well. There's fucked up shit. You don't even realize how bad this is. Most men don't, of how bad it is to have a woman who's going full time in work and who has a male boss. There's such a thing. I've never actually vasopressin. This is a hormone that is kind of like oxytocin. I think that's how you pronounce it. Basically, this is kind of like a sexual hormone that is released when men and women, particularly for men, when we basically do some kind of challenge with women. So basically, you've heard of the hormones like oxytocin and everything. This is how fucked it is, and this is why so many women cheat on their husbands with their bosses. Because think about, first of all, the dynamic that she has with the boss. That's her leader. That's like the man of the house, or the man of the office. And so he's definitely like going to be pursued as a high status male in her primal brain. And you are as well, because she's chosen you, but she's got this other guy who's like the high status alpha male in this other tribe that she has to go to. Think about how fucked that is, right? Imagine like in the caveman times, you're there in your tribe with your woman, and because you are so weak, you need more resources, that your woman has to go to another tribe and help their alpha male with stuff. Think about how fucked that is. What's going to happen? At some point, what's going to happen? Primal attraction will build because she's taking orders from a man who's seemingly high status there. And the way that this actually happens in terms of like science shit, like hormones, when we have sex or when we do any kind of pair bonding activities like hugging and holding hands, oxytocin is released a lot for women and even for men, and that bonds us together and basically makes like women more attracted to men. When we do especially challenging things and we basically work on something together, vasopressin, like basically a different hormone, is released much higher in men. So this is why men will end up getting feelings, or more likely to get feelings for a girl that they've like worked with. So you're more likely to get feelings for this girl in school that you had to do a project with than she is to you, and she's more likely to get feelings if you basically touched her during that. So if you had to do some team bonding exercise where all of you had to like hug for 20 seconds or some bullshit like that, she's more likely to get feelings than you are. Most guys will still get feelings because they're just desperate as fuck. But I just found this so interesting because think about what kind of chaotic environment you're sending your woman to work full time. So I don't blame you. Like I think any man who doesn't have this goal has got some kind of mental illness and with some kind of disability that he can't see the world for what it is. Why would you want your woman to work underneath a male boss who's like giving her commands and stuff? That's just so strange. Now, of course, if it's her dream job, yeah, blah, 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 whatever. Of course, okay, fair enough. If it's her dream job, fair enough, fine. But I would say that at least 90% of people are not working in their dream jobs, right? Women are not working in their dream jobs. They're working in the best shit job that they can get because their man is too weak to be able to provide for them. It's that. So you should have this as Samuel and any other young men who are watching this. You should be slightly offended when I say this. Like, you're a pussy if you're in this situation. If your tribe and you are so weak that you need to send your woman out of your tribe to the neighboring tribe and tell her, do what the alpha male says. Think about how fucked that is. That's what like your woman going to the office to work for her boss really is. She's going to a separate tribe where there's a completely different status hierarchy, where there's another man right at the top who's giving her orders, and they're absolutely undeniably will be a sexual attraction being built up from that, because that's what her husband should be doing at home. Now she's got like this weird dynamic of like two alpha males in her life, and this is why the most common area that a woman will cheat on you will be with men that she works with, and usually it's a man who's a superior. It's not usually a man who's like her subordinate, like someone below her. It's usually she fucks the guy who's the manager or the boss. Why would you put yourself in that kind of situation? Why would you put her in that situation as well? Imagine really caveman times telling your woman like, yeah, we're so weak here and I haven't been able to hunt. So you go walk all the way there to the other tribe. It's a hard commute where she has to walk like kilometers and step over snakes and everything, just like it is in the modern day where like you have to commute to work, and it's fucking so awful. It's like the most depressing daily task that people do is commuting to work. You're telling your woman, okay, you've got to commute in this like awful environment, then you've got to get there and listen to what that guy says and just do what he says. Because I am so weak that I can't give you or give us the resources that we need to survive. And again, it's very hard to be a sole parent or a sole earner in a relationship. Of course it is. But there's men out there making a fuck ton of money, and there's nothing stopping you from being one of those. So if you wanted the easy life, the truth is you can't do anything. Like, it's not even easy sending your woman out there. It's not easy getting a full-time job either. It's not easy struggling with bills. And it's also not easy being rich as fuck. So if you're going to have some kind of difficulty in life, you may as well make it a thing that you actually wanted. I prefer for her to not have any social media at all, or at least not post her entire body there. There's many women who actually feel this right now. Many women. There's many women who don't literally have any kind of Snapchat. I've seen my girl's phone. It's like she doesn't have any of these like social medias. She doesn't even have like male contacts in her phone number anymore. She literally got a new phone number when I told her, because she had like an old friend message her. I think you mentioned that here as well, actually. Here. And this is another one, like why would you want to be with a woman who has got horrible low quality friends? Because they are undeniably influencing her. I need to make this clear to our men who are watching this. If you're with a woman who you think has got potential, but she's got low quality friends or she's got male friends, understand that they will be her support system when she eventually cheats on you and you guys break up. Understand this. It is undeniable that her male friends are trying to fuck her and are basically opportunistic fuckers. They will fuck her when the opportunity is there. Of course they will. Don't be stupid. You know this now. But the same with her female friends as well. If you see a woman that you feel like has got loads of potential, but she has degenerate female friends, guess what's happening? Another guy is fucking one of those female friends and, falling for her, thinking oh yeah, this girl here, she's got quality. And her friends, including your woman, are the degenerates. Basically, your woman is a degenerate when she's in this group, but she acts cute and wholesome to you, but she is exactly like the women that she's friends with. And so you don't want her to be with any of those friends, because the more time she spends with them, the more that she'll end up becoming even more like them. And so again, if you're dating a girl who's got friends who are partying and sucking a lot of dick and stuff, that's the major red flag, and you shouldn't be even accepting that in a relationship. You should see her reaction to it, and if she's oh yeah, that's an old friend that I kind of talk to but I don't want to anymore, okay, fair enough, that's potential. But if she's genuinely friends with her and she doesn't even see anything wrong, it just shows she hasn't passed the intelligence test. So don't think of it as oh, you need to make it clear that she should not be friends with them. It just means she's stupid, right? Stupid people don't realize that the closest people to them have an impact on them. So if your girl has a really low quality degenerate friend, it means she's just stupid, because she simply has low intelligence, that she can't see that this low quality friend is directly negatively impacting her. You don't want to date like a girl who's not smart, who's not educated, right? Every educated person has seen the same quote: you're the average of the 5 people you spend time with. Every educated person who learns online, who learns through books, has seen that quote. Stupid people haven't seen that quote, and so they spend time with bad people and not even realize how much it negatively impacts them. You don't want to date a stupid girl. You want to date an intelligent girl, a girl who reads books, a girl who goes online and studies and educates herself on important things like this. And so basically, if a girl has a low quality friend, that girl is low quality as well. Your girl is low quality as well. All of the dating advice I give to men, honestly, all these random problems that we go through can all be encapsulated in just a few words. Have high standards. It's as simple as that. Have high standards. And I don't blame you, because when I was in your position, Samuel, and for other guys who are in this position, I would have taken what came to me. And most men are like that. And that makes you go through so much heartbreak and pain and pair bonding and wasted time and potential and distraction. And it basically just slows down your journey. So my advice to you is to set really high standards, to really think about the kind of woman you'd want to be with, like you already have done here, and not accept a woman who doesn't have these. The moment you see a woman who's got shit that you don't want to see in her, you just reject her straight away. If she's got the right attitude about stuff, like for example, if she's got social media and she posts too much, but she literally says it to you that it's a problem and, she just feels addicted to it. In a weird way, that's a good level of accountability and honesty. And maybe she wants your direction. She wants your help, because, we've got to remember these things are very hard to quit. We remember how difficult it is to quit social media and porn and video games. And so we can accept a woman who's struggling, quitting these things. But if she doesn't want to, if she's fine with them, if she enjoys them, if all of her family and friends do all this shit as well, you've just got low standards if you take a girl like that seriously. So increase your standards and you will end up meeting better women every 6 months. I promise you, you stay on this like Adonis protocol. You keep getting better as a man. You keep watching these kinds of videos and educating yourself. Every 6 months, you'll attract an even better woman. And you'll look back and think, thank God I didn't partner up with that girl over there. You'll be so grateful for that. I can't imagine what life would be like if I really like stayed with any of the first girls that I dated on my journey, because every 3 to 6 months I'd look back and think like, damn, like I literally surpassed her already. That's fucking sick. You need a girl who's so committed to self-improvement that she can keep leveling up with you. Because if you don't have that, if you have a girl who's not even on self-improvement and you have to get onto it and everything, within a few months you'll surpass her and you'll notice how different your value is. You met her when your business, like you just had gotten your first few sales in business. 4 months later, you're making 10K a month, and it's like you've literally went up a whole echelon in society. You're considered upper class now in society, and you're still with the same girl. You don't want that situation, so start with high standards. Come join our community. It's the top link in the description. Join Adonis Gang for free. Come in, ask questions, do all this. It's our free men's community. Go click the top link right now. Click and watch this video. Take care. Mwah.